Greetings, Primitive.
SpongeBob, is that you?
SpongeBob? No, I am Spongetron. Welcome to the future.
What?
Welcome to the future.
The future? Huh? What's going on here? Why is everything chrome?
Everything is chrome in the future.
That might have been our worst reading yet.
Yes.
Hello and welcome back to the Two Things That Won't Work podcast. I am your host, Marcus Chronicle, and I'm here with...
Neon Greystone.
And today we're taking a look at the SpongeBob episodes SB129 and Karate Choppers. But before we get into that, we have our little episode game, our SpongeBob Roulette, that we'll be cleaning up from last time. Your clues last time, you remember any of them?
No.
I don't think you do. Last time was the worst one we ever gave them.
Oh, elephant.
Elephant was one of them.
I remember that.
Your other clues were chocolate balloon and party hat. Do you remember what episode that was?
I do remember the episode.
Do you remember it because you remember the episode or because the clues?
Not from the clues.
Yeah, exactly. What was that episode?
The episode in question was the lost episode.
Yep.
Or the sponge who could fly.
Either one of those are acceptable if considering no one's ever put... we haven't gotten a comment on any of the podcast episodes yet.
No, if we had 100 on each, we wouldn't have got the right one on this.
Nah, never would have happened. But if you somehow got it correct without ever hearing this one first, good luck.
And you're a liar.
You're lying.
Congratulations.
Tell us where they appear in the episode, then I'll believe you.
Right?
And even then, I won't believe you.
No.
But yeah, this time for a SpongeBob Roulette, we have 3 new clues for you. Neon, you remember any of those clues?
Milk carton.
Milk carton was one of them. That's the first time you got the first clue.
Yeah, I remembered this one. This one's a little easier.
The other clues are Patrick's grave and shoelace. So, Once again, those are milk carton, Patrick's grave, shoelace. But yeah, we definitely went a lot easier this time because we did not last time. Last time we thought it was funny not to just go all out on a horrible set of clues that no one would ever get.
Right?
Because we never would have gotten them.
Oh God, no.
This time we went a lot lighter.
This should balance out, hopefully.
Yeah. There was one clue that I really wanted to go for because I thought it was funny, but I didn't want it to be mean again.
No, it would have been fun, though.
It would have been really funny to go with that one. But, yeah. So, SB129. Fleeing from SpongeBob and Patrick's incessant noise, Squidward winds up frozen in the Krusty Krab freezer. When he finally does thaw out, he finds himself far into the future, unable to get home and actually missing SpongeBob and Patrick. Eventually, Squidward uses a time machine to get back to the Krusty Krab. To get back to the Krusty Krab.
Incorrect.
That's where that ends.
That's the end?
That is the end of the synopsis.
That is not how you end a sentence.
He uses the time machine to get back to the Krusty Krab. End of sentence. End episode. That's what the episode ends.
Clearly.
Apparently.
Is there another one?
Let me check the top. Maybe that one's somewhat correct. Whilst fleeing from SpongeBob and Patrick, Squidward accidentally locks himself in the Krusty Krab freezer, causing him to travel to the future. You know what? It doesn't give you the rest of the episode, but it gives you a better look at the episode.
Yeah.
That one might be my favorite so far. Just because it stops and then gets the last thing wrong. Without being a third of the episode. It's the first one that's only a third of the episode. But yeah, Squidward goes to the future in this one.
So a couple fun facts actually for this one. So Squidward went 2,000 years in the future.
Yep.
Did you catch the date on the calendar?
I did. I wrote it down. The date was March 6th, 4017.
I wrote it down too, but this fun fact confirmed it for me because I was sitting here going, maybe I'm reading this wrong? No, this episode started in 2017.
Yep, it did. That was one of my notes. So Squidward is currently frozen right now.
He is.
He's been frozen for 9 years.
Which isn't that long. Maybe you can go save him, somebody.
Someone should check on him.
Right? This episode also,
Don't worry, he will survive. If you don't, it will just be 991 years.
1,991 years.
Yeah.
But, this episode also aired on a fun day. December 31st, 1999. So...
That was probably intentional.
Well, yes, it's this is the lead-in, like Futurama.
Yeah.
When did Futurama premiere?
It was March 1999, I think. It was 1999. It wasn't December.
No, it was set in December 1999.
Yeah, it was just much, much earlier.
Yeah. But, this was the, getting ready for the new millennium, which we'll never get to do.
No. That was a big thing at the time, obviously. But
the turn of the millennium happens not super often.
Yeah, we've had 2 since we crossed over into AD time.
We have.
A whole 2 times it's happened.
Another fun fact, this episode, the past part inspired a level in Super Sponge.
Yep, that was a thing. There was a lot of stuff that the early SpongeBob inspired.
Yes.
The next episode also might have inspired a level in Super Sponge.
Oh, yeah, maybe. And one more decent fun fact, though there's a comment comparing this to Futurama's opening, which I think is sort of valid. Turn of Millennium, get frozen, suicide booth can opener.
Yeah,
meets a robot.
But Squidward survived 2,000 years.
He did. But, this episode got a sequel. PL 1413.
Yeah, it was shit.
I don't remember that one. I'm sure I've seen it, but I don't remember it.
I've seen it. It was shit. It was not good. But you can say that about, I think, every sequel episode except the sequel to Spot.
You kind of liked the Doodle Bob one, didn't you? I didn't.
I did, but I liked certain moments a lot.
Doodle Dimension or whatever.
Yeah, Doodle Dimension. It had a good Patrick and SpongeBob outsmart Sandy joke. I'll give them that. It had a really good joke where they outsmarted Sandy.
I don't remember how that one ends, other than something about her storing her nuts somewhere.
That's something, I don't know. It's been a long time.
But yeah, a decent bit of stuff going on behind it in this episode.
I did notice something right out the gate when the episode started. Mm-hmm. We have that great looking morning scene of the hot street.
Buying a panel from that opening. You've got a frame, I'm getting a frame, and it's that.
Yeah, if you find it. So I got the one I got because it was cheap.
Yes.
But the very first thing I noticed was that SpongeBob was missing a window. His downstairs window wasn't there.
I think I heard you mumble something about a window.
Yeah.
They got creative with the opening morning shot, but it looked beautiful.
It does look really good.
The show consistently does those morning shots really well.
Yeah. My favorite one is in Opposite Day. I just love the look when SpongeBob comes out and Squidward's being not Squidward. But, this one is up there.
The opening, for some reason, reminded me of Is It Time to Ruin Squid's Day morning, but I think that's just the morning shots all kind of look somewhat similar with the orange glow on Conch Street.
Yeah. Well, that one doesn't have as much of an orange glow. That one's more of a blue feel.
It is a bit different, but it's good.
Which is how I would describe most mornings where we live.
Yeah.
At least where I grew up. I grew up on a mountain, so.
Our sunsets are very nice.
Yeah. My favorite time of day is dusk. It's don't know what
beautiful.
It is. Even during the hot summer days, if you get the right dusk morning, it's still just
perfect. Yeah, when it's still the low 70s of a morning, you go out, it's or evening.
Yeah, you get to go out there and it's 50 degrees. It's cold, maybe a little humid or whatever. It rained 2 days ago, so we still got that in the air. It's great.
Dude, I got nostalgic this morning for fall.
Yeah.
Like, I was thinking, man, it'll be fall before too long, and I just thought, getting in your car on a fall morning, it's a little chill. I love that.
Yeah, it'll be fall in 6 months.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to it.
The next 3 months will be slowly getting worse, and then it'll be 3 months of hell, and then it'll get much better. And then it'll be 3 months of frozen hell.
Yep. As a kid, your favorite is summer.
Yeah, as a kid, it's summer, winter, spring, because then you get out of school.
Yeah, and then fall break, which isn't as long.
Yeah. And as an adult, it becomes fall, because it's not fucking hot as shit.
When you have no break to look forward to, you look forward to the seasons that don't suck.
Yeah, I look forward to fall and only fall.
Yeah, because spring's shit, at least where we live.
Yeah. To be fair, I like the rain. And we get a little bit more of that in spring.
I do, but there's also a lot more pollen.
Yeah.
Which my body rejects.
My body didn't used to reject it as much, but the last couple of years, man.
It gets rough, dude. Eczema gets really bad that time of year.
It's worse for winter.
Winter is worse because everything's staying chapped because of the cold.
Yeah. But anyway
yeah. So this episode, great opening, and then immediately Squid decides to enlighten the morning, brighten it up.
Yeah, Squidward wants to start his day by playing some music, and that did not go well for him.
He just wanted to share some music with the world.
Yeah, and then SpongeBob casts Thunderwave.
Yeah, so I'm a man-child, I guess, at least to some degree. I laughed when Squidward inhaled his clarinet and started choking on it.
The specific sound they use for him angry will always be funny.
Yeah, that like wasp bee sound.
Yeah, but it definitely hit you a lot harder than it hit me.
I forgot about it.
I didn't.
I did, and most of the jokes I see coming because I forgot.
Yeah,
but that one was funny, and SpongeBob starts his morning.
Yeah, he immediately starts his morning by going, "I'm going jellyfishing with Patrick. Wanna come?"
Squidward tries to politely decline
by waving his fist at him and
buzzing.
Yeah, buzzing at him
with his reed.
And SpongeBob just responds with, "Great, I'll be right over."
So, what if Squidward had looked him in the eye and said no clearly there? Would he have listened? Would he have heard it?
Maybe. I'm going with maybe.
Like a 5% chance, maybe.
Because he did tell SpongeBob no a lot, but that was to, "Are you ready?"
Yeah, not, "I don't want to go."
No. There's when that's going on, there's a really funny... There's two funny jokes about it.
I mean, it feels like a Hanna-Barbera joke.
I would go Looney Tunes, yeah. It's the Looney Tune gag of him opening the door, closing it, just opening, ready, no, close, open, ready, no. And
Are
just
you finished with those errands?
Over and over again, and then all of a sudden they're just gone from the doorway.
And then they're behind him. SpongeBob jump scare.
Are you ready now?
This might be the first time they do this to Squidward.
Yeah, I think
this became a staple later.
No.
Like we had...
No, because they broke into his house an opposite day.
Yeah, but that was a little different.
But that's the first time they broke into his house.
Okay, but like this time, the first time they like harassed him like that in his home. Not taking no for an answer.
Well, no, he just wasn't ready yet.
They were checking. Are we there yet? Are we there? Yeah, I guess it was more that joke.
He never said he didn't want to go after he could communicate.
Yeah.
So they still thought he wanted to go. He just wasn't ready. So they were politely waiting.
They were.
In his home, without his knowledge.
It really does. It feels like a Looney Tunes or Hanna-Barbera joke.
It's very Looney Tunes-esque, and you don't get to see that very often in real life, but every once in a while you do.
I don't see it in real life very often. I've never been like Bugs Bunnied in real life.
There used to be a channel I watched. They are dead now, but there was a video they did where they were playing tag in a video game, one of them was just running around a loop, being chased by the other person just like 4, 5, 6 times, and all of a sudden they just stopped and pulled off to the side. You saw the person who was chasing them up a ramp.
This is
turn
Gmod, right?
Yeah, jump off, and it's the most Looney Tunes thing I've ever seen, and it was, just something that happened.
Yeah, for any kids watching, Gmod is a game from back in the day.
Yeah, it's
probably still got a little bit of a following.
A little bit, but it's probably died off in the last couple of years.
I don't see many Gmod videos anymore.
Yeah, I haven't since Achievement Hunter died. I'm sure there still are, but
I have no doubt, but it's not what it was.
Yeah, it got kind of usurped by Fortnite. But
yeah, they straight up they Bugs Bunny him, which you don't expect the first time watching, I'd imagine.
It's very funny when they just walk up behind him, but it's even funnier when he goes no and then closes the door, walking outside.
Yeah, they got full duck season now fire.
Yeah.
At the end there, where he walks away from his own home.
Yeah. I think that was actually one of the first Looney Tunes shorts I saw, one of the duck season ones.
Well, that's one of the famous like Bugs Bunnyisms.
Yeah, it was because I barely remember a time when they were still showing those like every night on Cartoon Network.
I remember watching them fairly often, but I was raised exclusively by the TV. You had other things a little bit.
Yeah. Most of the time I watched Looney Tunes was on Boomerang when they had that special channel.
Yeah, I never got that channel.
You weren't missing much.
I felt like it.
For most of the day, it was the Flintstones or the Jetsons, which I didn't watch.
I love the Jetsons and the Flintstones, but yeah.
I watched the Flintstones a bunch, but I didn't watch the Jetsons. And at night, eventually, like around 2008, I think, they started airing Teen Titans and then Samurai Jack and Powerpuff Girls maybe was before Teen Titans. I don't remember.
I remember them moving Powerpuff Girls to that, but I don't remember anything. I didn't have it, so I was just like, well, that sucks.
Yep, all that got moved there.
Because they'd advertise that channel on the basic one because they want you to buy it.
Yeah, it was cool because you got to see all those classics, and then Cartoon Network was still good.
So, oh yeah, dude, the late 2000s, mid 2010s.
It was you'd watch like Ben 10 and Courage and all that other stuff, and then Adult Swim would start. So you turn to Boomerang and just start watching Teen Titans and Samurai Jack. That's how it worked.
Dude, I'm jealous.
Yeah, but yeah, so Squidward gets kicked out of his house temporarily.
Yeah, he gets back in pretty quick.
We have that very funny line of, I'll never be, don't you get it? I'll never be ready. I'm not ready. I'll never be ready. Don't you get it? Whatever he says. And SpongeBob responds,
no, I'm not ready and I never will be.
And,
it's just very, are you finished with those errands? No, I'm not finished with those errands and I never will be.
And SpongeBob responds something like, I think so, to his response.
Something
like that. I don't remember exactly what he says.
He didn't comprehend any of that.
Yeah.
Because he has to be innocently pestering Squidward.
I threw it to you and you responded with the thing Squidward said. I'm like, you're not helpful.
No, because I don't remember exactly what he said.
Yeah, but you're diseased.
I am more likely to remember it.
I could give you a random episode and there is an above 50% chance you could remember every line in order.
It's really hard for me doing these not to recite the following 10 lines every time someone says something.
Yeah.
I try not to, because I know that's not fun.
Yeah, dental plan.
I'm not doing it.
But yeah, Squidward leaves his house and decides to go to the Krusty Krab because they're closed on Sundays.
Yeah, but SpongeBob catches on to it. I love the scene of Squidward sneaking by. He goes around them in a big circle.
Yeah.
So you see him tiptoeing behind them.
He's also going the wrong way.
I've seen him go that way to work.
Yeah, but it's almost always out SpongeBob's house to the right down the street, not to the left.
You think it's on Patrick's side?
Yeah, because a majority of the time he comes out, takes a right, runs by Squidward's house, runs by Patrick's house, because a lot of times he'll come out at the same time as Squidward.
They went the other way in the episode we just had watched. Employee of the Month, they go the other way.
Yeah, but most of the time he goes to the right.
Well, see, if you'd ask me, I'd say the left. If you ask me which side, like, legitimately.
Missing Identity comes out, goes to the right, because it says hi to Patrick. They come from the right side in the Big Pink Loser, or whatever that episode's called. Because they walk by Patrick's house first, and he goes inside, and SpongeBob continues.
Oh, it's on the It's on the left in the biker episode.
In Hooky, he goes to the right. Because he passes by Patrick, and he's like, hey, are we going to go play Hooky? No, I promised Mr. Krabs that I wouldn't do that.
God, I'm having to think of the ones where we see him go to work and come back.
Like, it is a majority of the time. He does go left sometimes. Sometimes he comes out and just goes straight.
I don't remember straight very often.
I think that only happens like once or twice. But, you know.
He goes that way in the episode where he gets lost.
Yeah, well, if he's
That's
getting
a much
lost...
later episode. Well, he catches up to Squidward.
Yeah, so Squidward sneaks into the Krusty Krab. He does not set off the fire alarm this time.
It wasn't locked.
Yeah. But,
he just walks in. He didn't even check.
No.
Old Man Krabs is too cheap to invest in a lock.
And then SpongeBob and Patrick show up looking for him.
Meaning, they figured out he went here. Meaning, they figured out he didn't want to go. Meaning, they should fuck off.
It means they immediately went back into his home.
Yeah, and found out he wasn't there.
And started searching everywhere they know Squidward would go. So they started with work.
So, Mr. Krabs. God, I'm diseased now. But, Patrick picks up that Squidward doesn't want to play with them. He said one of the 50 times that they're playing with the door, Patrick goes, maybe he doesn't want to go jellyfishing.
And SpongeBob goes, yeah, he does. He said he wanted to.
Yeah, Mr. SpongeBob goes like, yeah, of course he does, or something. Don't be silly. And, you know, Patrick listens. And that's not the only time we get that from Patrick. He knew it was time to ruin Squid's day, which means he knew that's what they're doing. And
they
he
both
also
knew that's what they were doing.
Okay, but...
That was planned.
And in the one where he gets stung, he goes, maybe he doesn't like us. And SpongeBob's like, don't be silly, he loves us. So Patrick catches on.
Yeah, so, once again, he is hiding in the Krusty Krab, runs into the freezer, and gets locked in.
Yeah, the handle breaks on the inside.
And spends, he's not worried because eventually someone will come looking for him.
It does look very cold in there.
The problem is, they already checked the Krusty Krab.
Yeah, no one who cares about Squidward is looking for him there anymore.
Yep. And then 2,000 years happens because I guess Squidward was never checked on. Well, actually, no. I guess his future self does come back to the past. So why would they be looking for his past self?
Yeah, he didn't go get back and immediately go let himself out.
He did not.
So it's a recursive loop.
He could have let himself out, and there would have been 2 Squidwards.
Yeah, one to work and one to kill the other when it doesn't want to do the work.
Yep.
But it might have been a sweet ride until that happened. He could have had one to work and one to stay home.
You'd think in newer episodes they just start shoving Squidward into the freezer.
In the background of the freezer.
Because they have no concept of how to make a joke work anymore.
No, they love reference humor. They love references. I won't say reference humor.
So we skip 2,000 years, and the door finally rusts open.
Because they replaced everything in the future with chrome, except that set of hinges.
They replaced the door that Squidward was on, but not the hinges or the ice that Squidward was frozen in.
Nope.
Or anything in the freezer.
Okay, hear me out. You're hired to replace the door. You see what you believe a dead body in the freezer. Are you saying anything?
There was never any ice.
That's what I'm not saying shit. I'm not paid enough to care. So, do you think there's organic life in the future? Or is every fish a robot?
We saw some organic life.
We saw a plant try to break through.
I don't think Patrick's was a robot.
You think it was just, inbreeding gone wrong?
What did they call him?
I mean, it's Patron, isn't it?
Is Spongetron.
It's Spongetron and Patron.
Was it Patron?
Yeah, huh?
I missed his
Greetings,
name this
Patron.
time. I missed his name this time, and I didn't care enough to look it up. I don't have the transcript open anymore.
I'm thinking it's just a robot with 2 heads because somebody at the factory was lazy.
Yeah. But it's, they come out. SpongeBob saves him, or SpongeTron saves him, with a great gag. I love the hammer joke.
I mean, the brick.
No, the hammer joke. When he melts Squidward out of the ice.
Oh, yeah, he pulls out the hammer and then roasts Squidward's ham.
Yeah. Yeah, as a kid, I loved the sudden stop and then laser.
Yeah, it's a screw the audience joke.
Yeah, it's great. Squidward gets out and immediately notices that everything is chrome.
Everything's chrome in the future.
The most iconic line of probably season 1, honestly.
Probably.
I think that is the most parroted line I've heard that wasn't like a meme.
Yeah.
Because, it's become a meme, but...
I mean, there was a point in my life where if you said future around anyone, they would go, future! Yeah. I've heard that a lot. But still this episode.
That's one of the things that for years longer, that just... You'd be walking around and you'd hear someone go, everything's chrome in the future.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. That's a good episode.
I mean, it's just a very memorable line. I know you don't love this episode, apparently, the way everyone else does.
Yeah, but that's a great line.
It is a great line. If your show did that, curse the generation, you did it right.
I just think the past segment is boring.
I like the art of the past segment and the vibe.
It's slow, which, is fine.
It's got old world charm.
It takes its time, which can be a problem.
Look, they had a lot of really good jokes back to back, and then they gave you breathing room before they did the finale.
They did, but I have there is a problem I have with that we'll get to in a bit.
Yeah, well, we ain't too there yet.
Yeah, but
So Squidward panics.
He does. Runs to the window, and SpongeTron asks Squidward what's wrong. How did he know Squidward's name?
At first he started greetings primitive.
Yeah.
So he didn't know his name.
Yeah. But Squidward never told him his name.
No.
He just called him Squidward.
Does he? I didn't catch him saying his name.
He did. And I went, did SpongeBob spend every day until he died searching for Squidward in this timeline?
I mean, how long did he look for Patrick?
And then pass it down to the next generation until they eventually had robots and clones of said robots. Or maybe he's not a robot at all, and they're just called Tron now.
They might be called Tron because they've got a robot body. Maybe they've got an organic brain or mind.
Yeah. It's like, either it got passed down or something, I don't know.
But maybe the SpongeBob robots were designed to find Squidward.
Maybe. I don't fucking know.
SpongeBob went, if I can't find a way, I'll build something that can.
There's damn near 500 of them now, so...
All 486 of them.
One for every letter of the alphabet. What letter do you think he was? Or was he Prime?
I think he was the original, because he was there first. He summoned the others.
And my clones. Are all the other letters there? Yeah.
Are all the other letters of the alphabet involved, too?
The extra alphabets line is pretty good.
It's a good, throwaway, blink and you miss it, but it's funny. Because it subverts your expectations.
So, we get Patrick in after the funny everything's chrome. He's wrong. Here's the flower.
We see life find a way.
And then immediately get squashed.
Yeah. But life's still trying, damn it.
And then they offer Squidward a way home. It's right there on the left.
Yeah, the suicide booth. That's a way home. Modern Squidward would walk into that willingly.
Do you think now that Squidward's had an incident with a can opener, he can become a robot folk singer?
I think this is what Squidward gets for throwing away SpongeBob's can opener in a previous episode. It got its revenge.
I want you to know, I wrote that question down, and then you immediately brought Futurama up in that beginning. Okay, good. You might recognize that.
This is very Futurama vibe. Also, the Chrome future is getting more realistic than we hoped it would be.
No. No, because they're trying to make everything gold right now.
Oh, that's just the current. But, yeah.
But
Nature finds a way until it doesn't, and Squidward wants to go back.
he decides to go back to a time before all these modern inventions.
Well, I think at first he wants to go back to his time. But then when he gets the option, he wants to go to a time before SpongeBob.
Well, no, he just had future and past. So he went to the past.
No, there was present. It was in the middle. So I thought, as a kid, I thought all the time that this was like a dream. Because I'd always, as a kid, forget the ending. Like, where he pops back. Because it's like, it's so catered to Squidward's nightmares.
I mean, it is a dream of a squid who is currently dying of a hypothermia.
Well, that's what I thought. Like, is this a dream? Because at the end, he gets back. But SpongeBob and Patrick are there in every time period to taunt him.
Yeah.
And the dial being future in his future. Like, in present in his present. It's like catered to him, which makes me think, oh, you know. But, no, I don't think Squidward is dying. And this isn't a dream, apparently.
But, yeah, he goes back in time. And we get the primitive SpongeBob, or whatever they call him.
Yeah, he's just called Primitive Sponge, and then Primitive Star.
Yeah. Like I said, I never really cared much for this segment of the episode. I thought it was boring.
So,
it's slow, which can help.
You can't tell me if he, like, atmosphere isn't here. It's got such a different feel. The sound design, the art, the lighting.
It does. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm saying I find it boring.
Yeah. I find it very atmospheric. Like, it puts me on edge. When that, like, thing, like, the sound flying through the air, I'm there with Squidward.
Yeah. It takes its time to set a tone, which it does really, really well. And then Squidward comes across the primitive versions of his neighbors. And immediately,
very primitive.
Yeah. And immediately is over it.
He tries to make peace with it a couple times. Yeah. He wants to relax. They don't super let him, but they're not harassing him too bad. Then he tries to play his clarinet.
Well, no, he does a mistake first.
Well, yeah, but he's trying to play his clarinet, and he hears them screaming. Because they're playing Squeeze the Jellyfish.
Yeah. And he makes a mistake. He does something he should not have.
He, in his folly, becomes that which he sought to destroy.
Yeah. So, here's my question. Is Squidward inventing jellyfishing an example of the jellyfish effect?
I believe it is. I believe it's also a canon event.
Yeah, he creates his own suffering.
He does. Squidward consistently is the one who creates his own suffering. That's one of his curses.
Yep. Yeah, after that, he invents jellyfishing in another kind of screw the audience joke.
Yeah, give me those loincloths.
Did you ever think as a kid that those were just sticky notes?
That's what I saw them as, but like sandpaper-esque.
I was convinced they were just sticky notes as a kid.
That's what they have to be, something like, because as a kid, it stuck with me. They just kind of peeled off. So in my head, I'm like, it's got to be something you can just multiply, you know?
Yeah.
Something you can pull apart. It's very fun.
Yep.
So, Primitive Sponge was wearing a brown one, and Primitive Star was here wearing a yellow one.
Yep.
Do you think those are both white when they bought them?
No.
He should have been wearing a pink one. Primitive Sponge should have.
Probably, yeah. Or maybe he was wearing Squidward's color.
He could have been. We didn't see Primitive Squid.
That's because he was dead.
Yeah. Yes, Primitive Squid wasn't going to live long.
No, because they're not related to SpongeBob and Patrick. They're just the same species.
Yeah, very distant, same phylum or kingdom.
This is why they think we're related to monkeys.
I found it, the missing link to blah 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 blah. Ah, but what about the link between blah 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 and blah blah blah?
Oh, we still don't have that one yet, but we're almost there.
Fucking that episode, man.
Man, I've been rewatching Futurama a bit. Not in like I need to rewatch the entire series, but
No, just you putting it on in the background.
yeah, I just threw it on just to have it on and got down a rabbit hole.
Is that the same episode as I Don't Want to Live on This Planet
Yeah,
Anymore?
that is the same.
I thought it was. In my head, that's the episode, but I wasn't sure.
That is the same episode as I Don't Want to Live on This Planet Anymore.
That's like the only Futurama meme I've seen get mainstream.
I've seen To Shreds, you say.
Yeah, To Shreds is good.
That one's up there, and obviously good news, everybody.
Yeah.
Shut up and take my money.
Shut up! Yeah, that's a classic meme. I still see that one.
Yeah, that one's the most.
That's like the only meme from like 2007 or whatever 8 internet that I still see.
Yeah, that was the iPhone episode.
Yeah, I love that episode. It has no charge, no battery. You can't get cell service anywhere, and it causes like cancer. Shut up and take my money.
But yeah, so Squidward finally he invents jellyfishing and then turns around and immediately plays his clarinet horribly and gets chased back to the time machine.
Yeah, at which point he invents shitting your pants.
At that point, he finally wants to go home and makes his third mistake of the episode.
Yeah, so Squidward has had the evil he doesn't understand, and he'd rather have the evil he knows.
And he winds up in the void.
Yeah, if the past and present aren't, what he needs.
I guess he's technically no one.
Yes. So I have a theory here. So I've read a lot of sci-fi horror-esque and like futurism, a lot of existential horror sci-fi stories, and I believe it's a unified human hive mind in the future. Mankind has evolved into, or some species has evolved to a thought form, purely metaphysical form. And this thought hive entity Squidward was interacting with.
Well, it's not humanity.
No, because it's benevolent.
Yeah.
So
no, it can think on with words more than one syllable.
So this like thought cloud hive of intelligence gives Squidward what he wants. He wants to be alone, so he's alone. And then they're interacting with him, and then they sense his intent to leave, so they send him back. Because the time machine was broken. And all Squidward did was smack it.
Yep.
He didn't change the lever, he didn't press a button. He was just crying against it. I don't even know that he hit it directly.
So, obviously the void it's the most unique area that we have ever seen in SpongeBob.
It's not the most heavily referenced part of the episode, but I would say it's the most impactful.
I have heard people repeat alone on a recursive loop a lot.
I mean, I've done it a couple times.
Yeah.
It's to me, it's my favorite part of the episode, and as a kid, it was the most horrifying.
Yeah, absolutely. It's the best. Is the best part about the episode.
It's so creative,
and yeah, it's got that unique feel that no other episode has. No other episode has it, and you can't do that anymore.
So like, yeah, it's like he's literally nowhere. So we had. I just want to promote the art and creativity in this episode. In the future, we saw the reflection of their feet, the reflection of their bodies all over on the chrome.
Yep.
Like the chrome bikini bottom. And then in the past, it was super detailed, looked humid, the sound design. The future, it carries that like sound design and creative design.
Yep. But they had to do something else with that minimalist void.
Yeah, so he says alone, and the pans out, and we see like a wide shot, and we get alone in like 100 different fonts and voices.
Yeah.
So apparently it was the voice of the entire team of SpongeBob.
Okay.
They had writers, art directors, designers, storyboarders, everyone in a room doing the chorus.
Okay. But yeah, no, I loved that scene as a kid.
It terrified me.
It was my favorite scene as a kid.
Like, that was, I think I told you, that was the first time I felt that, like, existential dread.
Yeah. It might be the first time I felt something liminal.
It's because it's familiar, but it's not.
Yeah. But as soon as that, gets by me, Like, because it's only like the first few seconds that we were in the scene that it hits me like that. It's striking. I love it. I love that
pure
type of
white background, and it's the most memorable part of the episode.
But almost as soon as he's walking through, it reminds me of just being in a hospital. Like, immediately.
Oh, it's very sterile.
Yeah. But the hospital in our hometown used to have tiles that looked just like the void.
Oh, yeah, where he
It was
throws
white
moves the
except
tile.
for the few, like, single colored tiles that just were
Yeah,
here
I've
and
been
there.
there. And I think it's a lot of hospitals.
Yeah. I had a dance like that once. And that's just what that is to me. So it was never like, oh my god, this is horrifying. It was like, it's fucking a hospital floor.
I mean, it's not horrifying in like a normal way.
Yeah.
Like, humanity's not meant to experience that kind of horror. It's not a predator or an immediate threat.
I think what makes it most striking is the fact that it's a white void. Because most voids you see are black.
Yeah, the lack of color, it's black.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this is a thought realm. But, yeah, Squidward's there, and it's nothing, and he's messing with the geometric shapes, and they're, like, fading as he interacts with them, and everything's behaving so oddly.
Well, he's also in a 3D space for probably the first time in his life.
Yeah.
He does go through the Matrix to get there, so, you know.
Like, it's so interesting.
There was the asparagus.
I made a note on here. On my docs, it says asparagus.
Yep. But, yeah.
There was also, like, E equals MC square in vague math.
So, we're at the point. The reason why I don't love how long the middle part of the episode
You want
is,
this segment longer.
it's that Squidward goes from, you know, just like enjoying being alone to it zooming out and him disappearing to him immediately panicking and trying to find a way home. Like, it flips on such a dime that I don't feel like we've had the right amount of time to sit
We
with
spend
this.
the least time in the future.
Yeah,
Or,
that's
I mean,
my
in the nowhere.
That's my problem. It's been just I know, I understand it's an 11-minute episode.
But
That's
yeah,
just the nature of it.
void could have been longer.
Yeah, it's just, I don't feel like we got the right amount of time for it.
I can relate to that. He's there very shortly, and in the others, like, he never gets comfortable in the future.
Yeah.
And then in the past, as soon as he gets comfortable, he gets attacked. Yeah. Something's bothering him. In this one, he got what he wanted. He got the monkey's paw, the rabbit's foot, the genie's wish. He got alone.
I feel like we could have just had like 30 seconds pulled from other places to get that better. Or not even that, like 20, however long.
They could have pulled 20, 30 seconds from the past and future segments, or even the beginning.
Yeah.
Because the door scene it's funny, but it's long.
Yeah, we could have just pulled like 2 or 3 seconds here and there and add that to the void scene. And I think it would have made a much stronger episode.
I can see that. So, yeah, Squidward gets alone, it does the pull-out, he's either fully alone and there's nothing, and like you said, we get to see him run in a 3D space, kind of, which is interesting. Or he hears the chorus, and that's more terrifying.
Well, we know he can hear it, because when he gets there, he can hear the whispers.
Well, I know he hears sounds and the objects moving. And I know he sees the alone, I think. I didn't know if he heard it.
His eyes were always shut when that was going on. But, you know, when he's walking around, there's the whispers, and he goes, huh, who's there?
Yeah.
So he can hear it.
Fair, yeah, so he hears it. But he runs in all directions looking for anything to focus on, because his sensory is deprivated.
Yeah.
There is no color, no light, no dark, no shadows.
And then he's his dad eating a hot dog, even though he went vegetarian years ago.
I don't know what that's referencing.
This is Simpsons.
No.
It's season 15, I want to say. It's, Lisa and Homer go into a sensory deprivation chamber.
Oh, God, that episode, the AT&T opening or whatever.
The AT&T version, I don't know.
Yeah, whatever.
I think it's AT&T. But it's that one.
That, yeah, and this room has too much electricity.
But, yeah. Yeah, he panics, wishes to go home, and finds himself in the time machine.
That's again. I this is a realm of thought.
Well, I absolutely love the inside of the time machine.
I love it the entire time, but I love it more after it gets the hole in the roof.
It feels like a 90s ice cream parlor.
It's like 80s, 90s. It is 80s and 90s exploded into it.
Yeah.
It is shag carpeted, neon colored.
Every time we're in there, for whatever reason, the first thing I think about is the back room at Mario's. So, which is not the same like colors and stuff, but
it's
the
a similar
same
vibe. It's the same energy.
Yeah, that place is not there anymore.
No, it's Love's now.
It's something I don't remember, but
the guy who runs that's wife died.
Yep.
Who ran Mario's.
Yep.
But Squidward manages to get into the time machine, and he's begging. He's had enough. He got what he wanted. He wanted to be alone, and he hates it.
Yep. And he gets to go back to his time, where he immediately runs across SpongeBob and Patrick, and he is so freaking happy to see them for about 1 second.
Yeah, then they ask him to go jellyfishing, but he's learned now. He at least asks, who invented that game anyway?
No wonder they always ask him to come join
He
them.
invented it. It's his sport.
Clearly he loves doing it.
He must. You'd think he'd have a firmer grasp of it.
You would. They taught him to him so that he could go back in time and invent
It's a recursive loop, which is also horrifying. That means fate and destiny is always predefined, and you can't escape your loop, and you have no free will.
Except that one time SpongeBob did, because Patrick was hungry.
That episode is a very liminal ending.
Yeah.
But, Squidward decides at the end, you know what, maybe I'll go back.
Yep.
Like, screw y'all.
I'm going back. But, yeah,
that's... Which is my favorite ending stinger.
Yeah. That's SB129. After that, we have Karate Choppers. When SpongeBob and Sandy's insensate karate sparring is starting to wreak havoc in the Krusty Krab, Mr. Krabs orders SpongeBob under penalty of being fired to cease all karate activities. SpongeBob's toughest opponent becomes the irresistible lure of karate sparring.
So, yeah, great episode. I didn't think of this as being tied.
Yeah,
the other one.
Don't think of them as the same episode, but I love Karate Choppers because I just think it's a funnier episode.
I like the other one more. It's more memorable, but yeah.
Yeah. I love this one. I always find it funny. And because of that, I just think of it more. But I had this reoccurring thing as a kid of I never saw these episodes together. Not once.
No, that's I watched these and I've never thought of them together.
I either watched SB129 and then got pulled away for whatever reason, or tuned in and it was on Karate Choppers. I never saw them together.
Yep.
So they're not paired in. I don't even have an episode that I was like, yeah, it's SB129, then it's. I guess it's SB129 credits. I don't know.
I consciously know SB129 is 11 minutes. Yeah. If you asked me, especially as a kid or teenager, I'd be like, no, it's a special. It's its own thing.
And it's also a special because they just decided to make that episode a special. That's the only reason.
That is different because that's SpongeGar and Patar, not Primitive Sponge and Primitive Star.
No, this is SB129. They just chose that episode to be a special for whatever reason.
Oh, yeah, no, I thought you were talking about, Ugh.
No. But,
which does have ancestors.
Yeah, no, Karate Choppers just doesn't have an episode tied to it with me, either.
Yeah, it's interesting. What episodes give you the vibe of, oh, that's tied to that, or that's tied to that, or it's not at all.
I'd say the closest thing would be SpongeBob, Sandy, and the Worm, but that's only because of they
have a similar
really
energy.
Funny joke.
They have a similar energy, and for some reason, in my head, if you told me the disguise wasn't from this episode, I'd put it in that one.
Yeah. Well, that's because SpongeBob goes, Sandy, this is your pappy speaking, and whatever.
You ain't my paw.
Yeah. So, that's the link there. Yeah, so we see SpongeBob and Sandy just playing karate together.
Yeah, it's a game they've just kind of started together.
I love the opening of him just sneaking around, trying to get into his house without, like, before we know anything, something is going on and he does not want to be found.
Yeah, so we watched another episode recently that similar vibe to that, and I loved him stepping on the ducks.
Yeah.
I never processed that as he's stepping on rubber ducks. I remember he made the sound, but I've never thought of the rubber ducks on the floor.
Yeah. But, yeah, he gets into his home, sneaking around, looking around for something. We're not told what. And we get probably my favorite visual gag for this episode.
Oh, yeah?
He's like, okay, last thing. Goes through his couch and goes, okay, I'm safe. Sits down, and then Sandy's there. I don't remember.
He's watching TV.
I love the show. Me too! The pullout for Sandy just being there is such a good joke in the moment, but on rewatch, it's even funnier.
It is, because then you're waiting for it, and it's weird.
And so much funnier the second you know why SpongeBob is doing what he's doing.
Interesting show he was watching.
Yeah. And then, they start fighting.
They do, and it's decently choreographed.
This is one of the only episodes where SpongeBob and Sandy are equal.
I made a note of that, because, I mean, yes, SpongeBob's weak or whatever. You know, he's never a strong character. It's
this one and one Goo Lagoon episode I can think of.
Yeah, I think there's one later in Goo Lagoon or something.
But after Karate Island, it just stopped.
Yes.
Sandy was the competent one, and then they just got rid of the karate pretty much altogether.
Yeah, well, SpongeBob became not allowed to be competent at anything but cooking Krabby Patties. Yeah. And Sandy was perfect.
They got rid of a lot
at everything. But immoral.
Yeah, no, they have their game. They fight. And Sandy yells, tomorrow I'll get you, or whatever she says.
Yeah, like she'll get her revenge.
I'll get you next time, SpongeBob. And he does not take that line down. Because we get another one of my favorite visual gags in this episode.
Oh, the pile of tin cans?
No, that is also up there.
Oh, when he goes through the phone.
Yep, I love the phone bit of her picking up, getting a phone call, picking up hello, and then just the hand comes out.
SpongeBob's somehow shoved his hand through the wire.
Which isn't what makes it funny.
No.
It's the cut to SpongeBob just trying to blindly attack his friend through a phone.
Yeah, thinking it would be easy. And then she sends it back.
Yeah. She grabs his hand, throws it back through the other end of the phone.
Nice try, SpongeBob. And then hits him with his own attack.
It's very funny. And then she just hangs up on him.
Yeah, I was curious what that did. Like, how did he get his arm out?
It popped out of existence.
He can regrow them.
He can. But, yeah, no, I love that joke. There's a lot of great moments there.
Yeah, so they each get 1 point early on. We see SpongeBob and Sandy each get a point.
Yeah.
And it continues.
They just keep going back and forth, sneak attacking each other.
They do. So next we see... So Sandy won, so next we see her lose. She's at the mall. Or the store.
She's at the Bargain Mart.
Yeah.
Which I think is the first time we see the Bargain Mart.
Yeah.
I could be wrong about that. We might have seen it in the background or in another scene that I'm just
we see it in the first episode.
Do we? Oh, yeah, we do. Yeah, so there we go.
Like the second time we've ever seen it, I think.
Yeah. I can't remember if there's another time that we see it.
I can't remember one in the last few.
I always forget about the first episode of the show because it's probably the classic episode I've seen the least.
Well, Nick did own the rights to the music for it for a while.
That would be why.
So they didn't air it for a couple years.
So, yeah, they get fighting in the Bargain Mart.
Yeah, that's his worst disguise yet.
Not yet.
Oh, yeah, no.
He tells her a joke.
He does. Have the squirrel in the tin cans. That's what I was thinking of.
I love the shot of the random background fish. They are watching this.
Well, because they're in Walmart, for all intents and purposes, duking it out.
Yeah. out of nowhere.
Just making a scene of themselves while everybody else is trying to get to work, get their kids,
And SpongeBob hurls Sandy at the wall.
So I love we see him, because this has another screw the audience joke, or like a little bit of subverted because he stops like an inch in front of her face. And then gives it a second, and you see her terrified.
Yeah.
And then he sends her flying.
Without even touching her.
Yeah. And then we see the cans, and she slowly slides.
She hits the ground and then slowly sides and taps the cans.
She barely nudges an atom on the cans, and they just collapse like bowling pins.
So, and then SpongeBob leaves, and we get to the pile of tin cans. And my question for you is, did they make her buy those, or did she buy them to set up a trap?
I don't know, but those are definitely the same cans.
They are absolutely the same cans.
Because those cans were a sign of her loss.
I don't know if it's funnier if she was forced to buy them, or if she went, I can use these, and bought them anyway.
I think she bought them because those were a sign of her defeat.
It was a sign that I'm coming for you.
Yeah.
And we get my favorite joke of the episode.
Which I have brought up 5 times on accident.
Yeah, my favorite joke. Sandy, that's your worst disguise yet. No, it ain't. This is. As she holds up the fucking squirrel mask.
I love that one. I do like the tin cans falling. I think is funnier.
It's just the way she holds up the squirrel mask. It breaks me every time. I think that one is so much funnier.
I do think one I've seen. No, I don't know. Memed is the right word, but I've seen referenced a lot online. Is the hot sauce.
Yep. Did you ever hear that, I don't know if this is true or not. I assume it's not, but it could be. I once heard that that hot sauce scene, they had just cornered Tom Kenny in the bathroom and recorded it there.
I hadn't.
I don't know if that's true. I have heard it.
That would be hilarious and awful.
I think I heard that that's like on the commentary of the episode, but I've never heard the commentary of the episode, so I've heard it somewhere.
We should
don't know
listen to the commentary sometime.
We should. We just don't have it.
Yeah, I could grab it.
But
I didn't know it was Tom Kenny for sure until I was like a teenager. But even as a kid, I was like, that sounds like Patchy.
Yeah.
I didn't think SpongeBob, but I heard Patchy.
Yeah. But yeah, no, they do their fight. SpongeBob,
he pulls out his novelty tongue because she has him pinned by the tongue.
Yeah. So he gets the drop on her again.
Yeah, because he won, so she wins that time.
Yep.
He has her tied up, and she pulls him and sends him flying into Bikini Bottom. And he's like, curses!
He's blasting off again.
He very much blasted off again, and we see Sandy finish off the bottle of hot sauce.
Yep.
Not even a blink, not a twitch.
I've seen you do that many times.
I love hot sauce.
I know.
Yeah, you're gonna do that thing from The Simpsons where the dude just eats a lemon to flex.
I probably could do that.
I couldn't.
Well, no, you're allergic.
No, but I couldn't for 2 reasons.
But I do like sour things, so. So yeah, SpongeBob then goes to work and has the worst day.
He has a break from reality.
Just every little thing. He is so paranoid that Sandy's going to sneak up on him, which says that it's gone too far.
Well, see, that's the thing, right? So their game is fun. They enjoy it. We see it later. It makes them both happy. It's not like a negative. But SpongeBob is so damn... he's so damn competitive. It's the fear of losing. He's not fearing harm.
To be fair to SpongeBob, she was waiting for him, but she was waiting for him to get off work.
Yeah, because, man, I remind you, she ambushed him in his home and outside in public.
Yeah.
He ambushed her in her home and in the store.
Outside
She hasn't made it other people's problems.
Yeah.
He did that.
She did not go to his workplace where he has to work.
No, she didn't do that, and she didn't start the fight in the store.
That is a different venue.
It is. She respects that. She was waiting for him to get off work.
Yeah, she was waiting to jump him. But before that...
Get those fanfics ready. She jumps him in a dark alley.
Did you notice what was going on with the grill?
No, what's up?
When he was back in there and Squidward was yelling, after he karate chopped Squidward.
Yeah.
we get another angle of the grill, and SpongeBob has it opened like it's a fucking oven. It has an oven compartment.
Oh, I saw that. I saw that, but I didn't even process it.
I looked up from writing a note, and then from writing the fucking Tom Kenny note.
Yeah.
And I looked up, so I never saw him open it. I assume we did, but I just happened to look up and go, "Why the fuck is the grill in the oven?"
He's checking for her. Dude, I never even because in my head, like cooking thing. It's whatever. I didn't even process that information.
This is the first thing I noticed. I've seen this episode 100 times. Never processed it. This time I look up, what the fuck?
Oh, I'd never processed the ducks either. So yeah, he thinks she's coming for him in his own dojo.
Yeah. So he sees Sandy doing karate out in the dining room.
Yeah, after he gives Squidward severe brain damage.
Yep.
He sees Fred swatting at a fly as Sandy, and he sees everything else as Sandy too.
Squidward's reaction to getting punched in the face is freaking hilarious.
He goes, "I'm gonna pretend that didn't happen."
Yep. And SpongeBob spots Sandy attacking something in the dining room.
If Squidward had to acknowledge that happened, he would have had to kick SpongeBob's ass.
Yep.
Squidward's not that kind of guy. But yeah, he sees Sandy and immediately breaks Fred's leg.
Yes, he does.
Just through the floor!
When it cuts to Fred in the ground.
Yeah, it cuts away, we hear my leg, and see Fred in the ground, inside the floor.
It's just mangled the floor. And he is just staring at SpongeBob like, what did I do?
Right, just asking why, SpongeBob, why?
Such a great just reveal.
It is one of the best, cut away and cut back.
And Krabs, catches him. Stop. Why are you doing this?
Yeah. First, Krabs compliments Squidward on his new hairpiece.
Yep.
That comes back. And then, he confronts SpongeBob for attacking his customers.
And SpongeBob's response was, "She attacked me in my own dojo."
And then proceeds to do some weird hand. Woo!
He still doesn't know that was Fred. He's convinced it's Sandy.
Yeah, because he saw her. He broke from reality. But again, he wasn't in danger. He wasn't under any kind of stress. He did that himself. He's competitive. He refuses to lose.
He saw Sandy, and clearly she had to be put in the ground.
He put her down.
So, Krabs tells him to get his head on straight.
Right?
And
then SpongeBob compliments Squidward on his hairpiece.
Yep. And later, he is told to go clean the bathroom, because I guess that's his job.
Go clean the heads.
Yep.
I think they were finishing up for the night.
Yeah. So
Squidward's not going to do it.
SpongeBob goes into the dark men's room.
The unlit men's rooms, but why waste money lighting the whole store?
Why was Krabs shitting with the lights off?
It saves money.
It's like...
Dude, I assume, he was prepared. His pants were up. I assume Krabs was in there taking a nap. Don't know why, but he was in there taking a nap.
SpongeBob skulks around the men's room, opens a door,
and jumps the shit of the first living thing he sees.
Which is his boss.
Which was a mistake.
And Krabs has had enough.
Was SpongeBob winning?
Yes.
Because I'm thinking, Mr. Krabs had Navy training.
Krabs
gets him by the scruff.
Yeah, that's why the violence stopped, because he went, grab, lift, we're done. This is over.
Well, that's the thing, how long would he have lasted against Mr. Krabs?
Not at all.
Yeah.
He punches Krabs in the gut once and then disintegrates.
Yeah, and his arm shatters into dust.
That's my favorite joke from that episode.
I love that one.
It's such a great visual gag.
It is probably my favorite visual gag in the first 3 seasons.
That's season 4.
Is it?
That's the first episode of season 4.
Yeah, shit.
It's the first episode back.
Yeah, shit. Okay, it feels like season 3.
But yeah, he comes out. Enough.
He is done.
If I catch you doing this again, you're fired.
So when he said that, I thought at work, right? Is that how you would have read it?
I mean, yeah, absolutely.
No more karate at work.
That's how it works, because you can't regulate what people do.
No, you sure as shit can't.
People still do, but...
Oh, God, you can get fired for a Facebook post.
Yeah, I disagree with that, even if I don't agree with people
I don't always
those
agree
posts.
with... Yeah, I was about to say, I don't always agree with the post.
I don't think I've ever agreed with the post, but I don't...
The post that get you fired, you probably aren't a great person.
Yeah. But, you know...
Private life and work life should be separate.
Yeah.
So... And I still think that might be what Krabs meant here.
There are some exceptions, but if you're not... everyone's smart enough to figure out what those exceptions are.
Use proper judgment. Don't be a dipshit.
Yeah.
But I still think that's what Mr. Krabs meant here. No more karate at work.
Yep.
And then SpongeBob walks out the door.
And immediately gets attacked.
Yeah.
He gets jumped.
On Krusty Krab property, or very close to it.
Yeah. He was not on the property. He was in the street when Sandy was jumping him.
Discouraging customers from walking up to the Krusty Krab.
Yeah, but that was in the street.
It was.
And Krabs immediately looks out the window and sees what he just said not to do.
Alright, that's the thing. I think if SpongeBob had went home, like, one, Krabs wouldn't know, and two, Krabs wouldn't have cared.
Yeah. SpongeBob had a case for wrongful dismissal.
He did, but I'm still kind of siding with Krabs here.
Look, SpongeBob was still in the streets.
SpongeBob was 3 seconds off work, in front of the parking lot.
Don't care about that.
You see a street fight in front of McDonald's, you're not going in the McDonald's.
Not until after the street fight is over.
It's affecting his business. New Mr. Krabs would have started selling tickets to see the fight.
Also, I'm not going to McDonald's because it's fucking McDonald's.
Sometimes the Krusty Krab's the greatest sandwich under the sea. Sometimes Mr. Krabs fishes it out from under the floorboards.
Yeah. Yeah, but we have...
You've seen bosses do that.
Yeah. We have McDonald's, which is one step above Burger King sometimes. Sometimes it's on the same step, and sometimes it's below.
Bruh, I don't like grilled burgers. I love SpongeBob, I don't like grilled burgers. I don't like Burger King.
I
like grilled hot dogs. That's it. I don't like grilled meat.
Only if they're charred as black as they can be.
You need to have the grill lines on them. Like, very dark grill lines.
No, just hold it under a lighter and go back and forth until it's all black.
Butane. That's a good, clean burning fuel.
Yeah, that bastard gas there. But yeah, no, so Krabs comes out and immediately
breaks up a street fight, as far as he can tell.
He immediately fires SpongeBob. And at which point Sandy, who SpongeBob had been begging with to stop...
He had been trying to reason with her. To be fair, though, he had also been fucking with her the entire episode.
Yeah, realizes that he was being serious, and she clears everything out. She gets him his job back.
We see a different side of Sandy here.
Yeah, because she cares about SpongeBob. It's just a game.
Yeah, that's the thing. Up to this point, we'd seen him meet her, and she was sweet, whatever.
Yeah.
And then every time after that, it had been, just kind of... Like, I don't know, she'd been more confident.
Yeah.
This time, Sandy is in the wrong. She's on the back foot.
Yep.
And she's fine there.
This might be the only time we see that.
Yeah, Sandy in the wrong, or at least believing she did something wrong.
Yeah.
We never see Sandy on the back foot of any other argument or fight or anything. She's kind of like Lisa later a little bit, though used very sparingly. And it's seeing her, like, her ears back, her face down, like, we don't see that. I was shocked.
Yeah.
As she's begging to Mr. Krabs. And modern Sandy does not see Mr. Krabs as any kind of respectable or authority figure. I don't want to say authority figure right off the bat here, because she doesn't work there.
She'll put him in his fucking place.
But this version of Sandy kind of respects this version of Mr. Krabs.
Yeah.
Because she didn't start screaming at him, she apologized.
Yeah, well, she realized she was in the wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Modern Sandy wouldn't have, in the same exact scenario.
No. No, she would not have, but... Yeah, no.
She experiments on the homeless later.
Krabs agrees to give SpongeBob his job back.
Because he's also a decent person here.
As long as there's no more karate.
He doesn't want them fighting in or around his store.
Yep. Which, that still means they could go to Sandy's place.
If they were in SpongeBob's house fighting, I don't think he'd care, and he wouldn't know.
Yeah.
If they were in Sandy's street, a big enough space.
But now that they can no longer do karate, they decide to try and do other things.
Like squeeze rocks.
Which was almost fun.
But how much fun was that? Almost some.
And after SpongeBob fails to make any kind of game, Sandy just decides, you know what, let's go to the park.
So, didn't they do kind of karate when they met the first time? Because SpongeBob karate chops the clam open, right? No, he pries it open.
Well, she pries it open. He tries to pry it open. And
then she karates it away, I guess?
Yeah. Hey, you know karate. Yeah. So,
yeah, that's how they met.
Yeah.
Like, it's sweet.
It's the corner of their friendship.
It is.
And they go to the park. They decide to have a picnic. And then immediately SpongeBob decides to start cutting pimento loaf or whatever.
It's pickle loaf or bologna, one of the two. Pimento loaf or bologna.
Like,
I don't like pickle loaf.
And instead of bringing a knife or a spatula the way he would anything else, decides to just start cutting it with his hand.
So, yeah, he asked her what she wants on her sandwich, and she said karate, and he gave it to her.
Yep. I do love when they are finally doing everything, and then go, okay, well, I guess it's time to have a sandwich. They do the whole thing just getting more and more intense.
Yeah, it escalates from cutting bologna to cutting rocks.
He
goes to pick up a sandwich.
Yep. I guess we should have a sandwich. And Sandy immediately stops him.
Yeah, puts her hand, karate chops his arm, calls him a bitch, and says, let's go.
And he's back in his
karate gear before you can blink.
I love the cut to him in the karate gear.
I was wearing this the whole time.
It's such a funny just gag. They got a lot of those fun visuals.
Yeah, because it cuts away to show Sandy's face for half a frame, and then he's back.
And then they absolutely destroyed the park.
I think people might have died.
Yeah.
Like, that was up there with the Whirlybird incident.
Well, the fly fisher is gone.
Yeah.
So is the bridge.
He was the first to go. He offered them a challenge.
Actually, the bridge was over there and over there.
It was. It was in both. You think Mr. Krabs ever does karate?
Krabs catches them after destroying everything.
We see them basking in their carnage.
And has just maybe the funniest random Krabs line.
Yeah.
Just an exasperated something. I don't know how you would describe that.
Or something. I can't remember. I started to type it and just went, I can't.
And SpongeBob panics because he just got his job back maybe an hour ago.
Yeah. But he sees them resting on like 600 sandwiches.
And he gets an idea.
A wonderfully awful idea.
And puts them to work.
He does. At what? God, what would that be? Like, what's that called when you perform making the food? We've got one now.
We do?
Sort of. Hibachi.
Yeah, hibachi.
Yeah, there's a hibachi near us.
I
haven't been. I can't.
Yeah.
It's mostly shellfish.
Yeah. I didn't know there was one, so.
But yeah, he puts them at some kind of like hibachi grill version of Krabby Patties.
Yeah. And then I'll go, well, I love karate. I love karate. I love money. I hate all of you.
Squidward there. I love that line. He's got two great ending stingers, because that's the last line of the episode. He should have been wearing a hairpiece.
I do like I'm going back, but I think I hate all of you more.
I think I'm going back because it's the way he says. He's like, all right, I'm going back. Like, it's so matter of fact.
But yeah, those were SB129 and Karate Choppers.
Two really good episodes.
Two fantastic episodes that one I like, one I love, and one you like, and one you love.
And they're different
episodes.
Yep.
Next time, do you know what next time is?
I do not.
Next time are two very fun episodes. We have Sleepy Time and Suds. Which,
I knew those were paired. You said Sleepy Time, and I went, oh, Suds.
I do like those episodes a lot.
I can somehow remember they're together.
But your clues for SpongeBob Roulette before we jump out of here, once again, are Milk Carton, Patrick's Grave, and Shoelace.
If you find all three, you get a cookie.
And once again, because I always try and do this, Milk Carton, Patrick's Grave, Shoelace. The more I say it, the easier it might be for someone to put them together.
It might.
And thanks for listening, and we will see you next time.